Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, September 17th. We're so glad that you're with us. Mostly clear outside, Sara. Well, it was earlier this morning, 75 degrees. Kind of warm for a September morning. I'm kind of waiting for some fall weather. Do you know when fall's going to be?
I don't know the exact date, but I know it's coming soon, so I'm excited.
It is this week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Kime.
I'm Sara DelAngel.
We really appreciate you being with us for our fastest 30 minutes of the morning. We got news, weather, maybe some sports, maybe not some sports. What else we got going on today?
Oh, we have a lot going on. Once again, this is a busy weekend for Enid, and we have a lot of special events coming to Enid. So thank you for joining us this morning. Like Steve always says, grab a cup of coffee. It's time to rise and shine, Enid.
Thank you, AJ. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is our 37th show, Sara. 37.
That's right.
You're supposed to say, wow, Steve.
That is pretty impressive, actually. We're very close to, what, a year almost?
9 months. We started the first week in January 8th, and here we are on show number 37. So we're glad that you're with us. High today, weather-wise, going to be another hot one, around 94 degrees. There is a chance of showers later on tonight. I don't know if we have the radar picture that we can put up, but earlier this morning, there were some showers north of Enid up towards the Ponca City area. There we go. Thank you, Penn, for putting that up there. So, but overall, it's going to be mostly clear today, rather breezy Thursday, but September 17. And boy, we get to mid-September, things are happening in Enid because we've got the Cherokee Strip, we've got the celebration, we've got the parade, we've got events, we've got a lot of things going on. So pretty exciting. As you notice, our wardrobe today, we're doing a little of a red thing, and it's in kind of in honor of our new friend, Mo Anderson. Mo was with us last week. Mo grew up in the Waukomis Drummond area, and you know, she was on Good Morning Enid last week, and she was here last week for a book signing event. And I think her book is called A Joyful Life. And when she talks about her upbringing, about how just basic it was, but she's a CEO of a large realty company, and they dress in red, and red means to them there we go, thank you, Penn. Red simply means to renew, to energize, and donate. And what they do is basically they take a day in May to give back to the community, renew a porch, a house, energize the neighborhood, and really donate their time, money, and resources. And I'm just really pleased that the City of Enid employees donated a lot of money last week, or the last couple of weeks, to the United Way.
Which, by the way, we won.
Yes, we had that friendly competition with the Enid Public Schools. So we're all wearing red today just to honor our good friend Mo Anderson and the influence that she had on us and the importance about giving back to the community. So that's the reason for the red. Okay, fall's going to be Wednesday. I asked you earlier about fall, but it's coming up. Oh, that's a great picture.
It is a beautiful picture.
Makes you want to go run through all those leaves, doesn't it? But that's Wednesday, the 23rd is fall. Did you touch on the 3-day forecast yet?
Nope, that's next.
Waiting on me to...
That's next. We are actually looking at a beautiful weekend. As you can see, we're going to be in the 70s, almost 80s on Saturday and Sunday. Friday will be a little hot, but it's going to get better. It's definitely going to get better.
Looks like it's trying to change to fall when you see 90 degrees one day and then 70 degrees next. So, boy, Friday night football last Friday evening, just cool. It felt so good. It felt like high school football night. So I'm looking forward to 70s for the football season. We have some road closings. Sara, help me out. What we got closed this week?
Yes, we do. We have West Oklahoma between Arthur and Garfield will be closed for about approximately the next 10 days. So if you guys need to use those streets, just try to make sure that you try to go around them for the next 10 days.
Okay, thank you. It's holding steady. Good morning, Enid. Holding steady at 75 degrees. High today around 95, 94, and it's 7:35. Want to remind you, one of the big events Saturday morning at 9 o'clock is the Walk of Fame ceremony. Mayor Bill Shuey will serve as Master of Ceremonies, and they will be honoring 3 individuals. You see on your screen right there, Lieutenant Colonel Leon Vance Jr. I believe it's Otwa, O-T-W-A is his first name, Autry, and then Dr. Bill Simon, as many of you know Dr. Simon. Those 3 individuals will be honored in a reception at 9 o'clock, Convention Hall this Saturday. It's open to the public. Family members will be there, but if you know these individuals, you are welcome to attend. In the lobby, there's going to be chairs. 9 a.m. this Saturday, the mayor will have proclamations to recognize these 3 difference makers, so that's pretty exciting. So, well, it's probably news time.
Yes, definitely. Now we're welcoming back Derrick today with the Oklahoma Minute.
Welcome back, Derrick.
Good morning, Enid. According to the National Drought Mitigation Center, the drought that has plagued Oklahoma in the past couple of years is finally coming to an end. Only small sections of southeastern and southwestern Oklahoma remain under abnormally dry conditions. The Obama administration announced that 16 health centers in Oklahoma will share $4.2 million to serve more people with primary care services. The Oklahoma State Fair starts today and ends September 27th in Oklahoma City. Tomorrow, the Enid Plainsmen will play the Bruins in Bartlesville at 7 p.m. and the Chisholm Longhorns will play the Thomas Fay Custer Terriers here in Enid at 7 p.m. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sara.
Oh man, State Fair. Yeah. I'm ready. Not really, but anyway.
I like the State Fair. It's actually a lot of fun.
I
like the food.
It's a people watching opportunity.
Yes, definitely.
So, well, Derrick said something about Friday night football.
Yes, that's right. For all you football lovers, it's definitely football season. We have the games here for all the local schools. You can see, like I said, one of my favorites is Pioneer. That's where my sister goes. So they're having their game away from home. OBA is having it here.
And as Derrick said, the Plainsmen, they traveled to Beeville. I lived in Bartlesville for about 17 years in a previous life. Worked for Phillips Petroleum and did some radio things up there a long time ago. But that's the Bartlesville Bruins, as Derrick said. So we're rooting for the Plainsmen. Come on, we need our first big win. So that's coming up. 7:38, good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday, September 17th. And Raquel was doing all kinds of work for us last week and doing the news and what's going on and making coffee and everything else for us. And so we welcome her back to tell us about this packed full weekend. Raquel?
Good morning, Enid. Well, this weekend we'll be having the Cherokee Strip celebration, and this will begin Friday with the lantern tours, and this will be at the Cherokee Strip Heritage Center. It will begin at 7 p.m. Also, Saturday we have the celebration or the festival going on downtown with a land run, a 5K and 10K beginning at 7:30 in the morning. And we will also be having the parade at 10:30 in the morning, featuring the Thunder Girls marching bands, and the Longhorns will be there as always. So definitely something we all look forward to every year, and hopefully you'll be able to join and take your family out. So that's what's going on in Enid this weekend.
Did Raquel say Longhorns? Did she say the Longhorns will be there? I wonder if she knows them by name. She said the Longhorns will be there like she knew them.
Oh, that's true. She did say it that way.
Yeah. Speaking of Longhorns, we don't have any, but what do we?
We do have Hastings cows. Did I get them right?
Holsteins.
Oh, Holsteins. Well, I tried, okay? It is time for Steve's favorite moment here with the cows.
Hastings cows. That's pretty good, Sara.
If you guys have any recommendations, any fun
See
pictures.
that one cow looking at you right now saying, you called me a Hastings?
Looks pretty offended, doesn't it?
I think so. Sorry.
If you have any fun pictures, any recommendations, anything you want to share with us here on the show, just email it to asksteve@enid.org, and we'll be glad to share it.
Very good. Holstein?
I'll get it right one day.
Okay. Sara, you're doing a great job. We're glad you're here. And we're glad that you're here with us on this Thursday. And again, 75 degrees, kind of warm for September, but weather's going to change this weekend. Our goal is at 7:40 every Thursday morning is get us to Jomara and her special guest. So it is 7:40, and here's Jomara.
Good morning, Enid. Our guest this morning is Cody Jolliff. He is the Education Director at the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center here in town. And with the celebration of the Cherokee Strip Parade this Saturday, we wanted to know some more background information for those that are new in town, or maybe us that have been in town for a while and we don't have a story. We go to the celebration, but we want to know what is the purpose of this celebration.
Well, sure. Thanks for having me here. You know, it's our 122nd anniversary of the Land Run, and it was quite an event back on yesterday, September 16th, 1893, and about 115,000 people lined up for the Land Run at 9 different starting points. And, you know, Enid started out that day as just a land office. That was it. It was down about where the library stands today. And over the course of that day, 10,000 people were all around the land office. And so you can imagine what the site would have been like. And, you know, they didn't travel by car. They traveled by horse and wagon, and maybe a couple on bicycle and a whole bunch of people on train. So you can kind of imagine what town might have smelled like. You know, it was over 100 degrees on that day, on September 16th in 1893. And there's probably 10,000 people and probably 4,000 to 6,000 horses around town. So you can imagine what just what the atmosphere would have been like around town that day. But that's what the celebration is all about. You know, it was a new start for people. A lot of people had a hard time of it elsewhere, whether in 1889 run down in Guthrie area, or maybe they were farmers who weren't doing so well in Kansas, or from all over the world people came, you know, every walk of life. So it was a new start for people. It was kind of a fun thing. You know, there wasn't just farmers and ranchers either, business people, and everyone came on the run. So it's a big celebration of that, and you know, the community has always celebrated it every year since the Land Run. So glad to be a part of it at the Heritage Center and all over the community.
Great. So I can't imagine, you know, going to a new place, not knowing. Now we have the internet. We can Google things. We can see what a town looks like. But I would say that all the men and women that showed up on that day, they were clearly adventurous and brave, courageous. They wanted a better future.
Yeah, they're very adventurous. You know, one of the fun things is that, you know, by the time of 1893, you know, much of our history we always think is male dominated, but women could make the Land Run too and get their own claims. You know, we have the great story of Laura Cruz, who made a claim, you know, next door to her brother Will, and you know, she rode in the Land Run just like a man. Her mother split her skirt, made her a split skirt, and sewed it together, and she took off in the Land Run. So lots of fascinating stories, adventurous.
Well, thank you for sharing with us. Now, Raquel mentioned that there are a couple of events happening this weekend at the Heritage Center.
Yes, we have lantern tours this Friday evening at the Heritage Center. Hopefully, if you're watching, you already have your tickets, because tickets are sold out for Friday night. It's always a sellout event. It's a lot of fun. It's like a play that you go through the different scenes, and we research all year and find different historic events that happened in Enid. This year we're talking about the Wobblies. And the Wobblies are a sort of a socialist group that came to Enid during wheat harvest, and kind of thought they should have fair share, even though they didn't own the land or the equipment and things like that. So it caused quite a problem, as you can imagine, in Enid. And then, of course, Saturday morning, all the different events are going on that Steve and others here have been talking about. But of course, the parade at 10:30 in the morning, you don't want to miss that. And there'll be some new activities downtown on the square this year. You know, we always have booths and vendors and things downtown. But we'll also have a kids corral, and so we'll have some events that are free of charge for kids and families to do.
That's really good. Now, tell us more about the role of the Heritage Center in town for this community. I know that we're talking about it because of the big boss of the Cherokee Street Parade this weekend, but what's your role in this community?
Right. Well, you know, our mission is to collect, preserve, and share our history and culture of Oklahoma as Oklahoma Historical Society, and we do that here as a regional heritage center for the Cherokee Strip. So all of Northwest Oklahoma, and of course in particular Enid history, is what we're here to do. And so we collect artifacts, and whether they're objects or they're documents, and then we share that story. And that's what I get to do as education director, which I find the most fulfilling. So we have to do that through public programming and lectures and events. Of course, we just started back our school programs. If your classes haven't signed up, it's third grade comes to Pioneer Life program, and fourth grade goes to Turkey Creek School. And we usually have a third and fourth grade class each day at the Heritage Center. So it's a lot of fun. You know, we try to be a big part of the community, and the community is what started us. You know, did a $10 million investment to give the Heritage Center a new name and a new start.
Well, thank you. You said third graders and fourth graders. Can you tell me briefly what they do when they go to Pioneer or Turkey Creek?
Sure.
Yeah.
Pioneer Life for third graders, you know, they kind of get a day in the life of a pioneer is what it's all about. So they go to the land office, they file their land claims, they get a morning newspaper, and they read some stories from it that kind of kicks off the theme for the day. They do chores, so they have to churn butter and grind coffee and wash clothes on a scrub board.
Oh, boy.
They write in a journal and keep up and think about how those pioneers lived back then without all the advancements in technology.
That's really exciting for them, I hope.
Oh yes, they love it. One little girl, has came to the Heritage Center and washed clothes. She loved it so much that she asked for a washboard for Christmas. So Santa Claus brought her a washboard.
That's an interesting story. Now, before we leave, can you tell us what are any upcoming events, not just this weekend, but what else you have going on?
Sure. I want to mention, of course, Friday is the Lantern Tours, but Friday at lunch is called the Lunch Rush. We'll have Indian tacos downtown on the square. I believe it starts about 11 o'clock. You can come down there and grab some lunch and entertainment. And then, of course, Friday night's Lantern Tours, and there'll also be Main Street's doing a movie and some entertainment and things downtown Friday evening. So check out those activities. And then, of course, all the events Saturday, the parade and everything. At the Heritage Center, though, the big upcoming event for us is Family Farm Day. Oh. And that's Saturday, October 17th. And it's quickly becoming one of our most popular events at the Heritage Center. And it's all farming heritage. So, you know, you can come in with your family and make an apple pie, or you can walk across the lawn and see a farrier put shoes on a horse, or broom makers, just anything that you can think of dealing with a farm. We'll have 30, 40 different demonstrations and hands-on participatory things going on that day.
Well, Cody, thanks again for visiting with us this morning. You guys keep very busy.
We do.
If someone needs to know more information about the Heritage Center, what number they can contact, or is there a web page that they can visit?
That's 237-1907, so that's the year of statehood, so easy to remember. And then our website, of course, is our initials, CSRHC, Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center, .org.
Well, thanks again for being with us this morning, sharing this wonderful information. And like I said, you guys keep very busy. If you want to find out more information, visit the website, as Cody mentioned. Now we want to introduce the department head video, with the city manager, Gerald Gilbert. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Gerald Gilbert. the City Manager for the City of Enid. The City Manager is the Chief Executive Officer appointed by and serving at the pleasure of the City Council, and I am responsible for the day-to-day oversight and management of all city departments. My responsibilities include the enforcement of all laws and ordinances, coordination of all municipal programs and services, and of course I make recommendations to the Mayor and City Council as appropriate concerning the operation, affairs, and future needs of the city. If I can be of service to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, AJ. Good morning, Enid. On this Thursday, September 17th. That was very informative. Cody's just a wealth of information. The thing that I was remembering when he said they're going to put shoes on horses. Did you hear him say that?
I did hear him say that.
I wonder if they're going to put Nikes on the... No?
Well, hopefully it's Jordan's, but I don't think that's what he was talking about.
It made you laugh. That's all I wanted it to do. It's 7:50, and we appreciate Jomara and Cody again. Very informative, and it's good to have those folks around because they know history. I like history, but they really document it, and they know it, have a wealth of stories. So reach out to Cody. Let him come to your school and talk some Oklahoma history, and especially Enid history. So we got a big event to go fly a kite.
Yes.
And that's September 28th, and we've got the mayor with a little promotional video about the Kite Association event coming up on September 28th. We'll watch that right now.
Hello, I'm Bill Shuey, Mayor of Enid, Oklahoma, and it's time for you to go fly a kite. The American Kite Flyers Association 2015 National Convention will return to Enid at the Enid Event Center and Convention Hall and at the flying field behind the Autry Technology Center. Convention activities include educational workshops, games, displays, and the Grand National Kite Competitions for kite making and sport kite flying. The AKA Convention is an annual gathering of kite enthusiasts, artists, and competitors. The convention ranks as one of the largest kite gatherings in the world. During this week, American Kite Flyers Association will have flying exhibits open to viewing by the public, including mass ascensions each day with 100 or more of the same style of kite. One-of-a-kind flying art by builders from all over the United States, Europe, and Asia are expected to be flying and competing for grand champion honors. On September the 28th through October the 3rd, come visit us in Enid, Oklahoma, and go fly a kite.
And the mayor said, Sara, go fly a kite.
Go fly a kite. So let's all grab a kite and go.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's coming up September 28th. So in case you missed the news, we've got the Oklahoma Minute here at 7:52 this Thursday morning with Derrick Silas. Derrick?
Good morning, Enid. The Obama administration announced that 16 health centers in Oklahoma will share $4.2 million to serve more people with primary care services. According to the National Drought Mitigation Center, the drought that has plagued Oklahoma the past few years is finally coming to an end. Only small sections of Oklahoma in the southeast and southwest remain under abnormally dry conditions. Today, the Oklahoma State Fair begins and ends September 27th in Oklahoma City. Tomorrow, the Enid Plainsmen will play the Bruins in Bartlesville at 7 p.m., and the Chisholm Longhorns will play the Thomas Fay Custer Farriers here in Enid at 7 p.m. Back to you, Steve and Sara.
Very good. Holding steady at 75 degrees, Sara. High today is going to be what?
94.
94, so...
With a 10% chance of rain tonight.
That's right. So we'll look at the 3-day forecast in just a moment. But we've got an event coming up on the 25th, Sara, and I think it's called the Make a Burger event to benefit Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You get to create your own burger here, correct?
Kind of, sort of. There's groups that are, they pay an entry fee to cook the burger for you, and then, of course, you fix it up the way that you want. And so they pay an entry fee. All that money goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it's just a big fundraiser. Dan Smith, as you saw his name on that screen, he's going to be here next week. He will be our guest on Good Morning Enid to talk about Make a Burger event and Make-A-Wish. It's going to be over at the Leonardo's area, and it's all a good cause to help, Make-A-Wish Foundation. So we'll learn more about that next week. Well, Raquel's back. I hear her. So it's time for What's Going On one more time.
Good morning again, Enid. Well, just a reminder that we have the Turkey Strip celebration going on beginning tomorrow with the lantern tours. Unfortunately, like Cody mentioned, the tickets are already sold out for that event. But Saturday morning, you still have time to sign up for the 5K and 10K land run, which will begin at 7:30 a.m. And of course, we have the parade beginning at 10:30 a.m. So hopefully you'll be able to join and have fun celebrating this event we have every year with your family. So that's what's going on in Enid this weekend.
Very good.
So like we mentioned this morning, there's a lot going on in Enid. We've been having some really busy weekends, and in case you missed it earlier today, here is a 3-day forecast. We are looking at a really, really great weekend. Friday's going to be at 95, but the rest of the weekend's going to be nice and cloudy. I like cloudy days, that's why I say nice. And we're definitely looking at cooler temperatures.
Yeah. Very good. We had the cutest puppy dog come to the City Commission meeting Tuesday night, and I felt so bad because this dog does not need to be in a cage or a pen. He needed to be in somebody's lap. He looked like a mop. He was white. The cutest little puppy. And so we want to show this promo to you to encourage you to maybe adopt a pet out of animal control. And they also have cats as well. So watch this promo. We'll be right back.
Are you wanting to bring home a new family member, but you don't know where to look? There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Come by the Enid Animal Shelter or visit our Facebook page. Adopt.
$249-4910 is the number to remember. And again, if you're aware of someone who needs to adopt a dog or cat, go out to Animal Control. And they have this feature they have this large fenced caged area. So if you have a dog yourself and you want to see if it's going to be compatible with another dog out there, you can take your dog out there and meet the other friend and bring home another dog. So they're very accommodating. So still holding steady, 75 degrees. Going to be a warm 94-degree day today. And we're about to the end of the show. What did you learn today about the Cherokee Strip celebration and all of that?
Well, I actually learned what it was. I've lived here for 5 years, and I've never really attended the event, so I really was not aware of what it was all about. But it seems pretty interesting, and it's definitely a historical event, so it's really nice.
It's interesting, other communities in Oklahoma have a similar event. Being raised in Perry, just east of here, the Cherokee Strip, we call it the 16th celebration for September 16th. We always look forward to the parade. There was a carnival, there were bands, it was and cold and hot, but we always look forward to the Cherokee Strip celebration, so that's fun. I'd like to remind everybody, Hometown Talent, I don't know if we have time to show you the graphic or not, but if you want to get your student on television, call us at 540-8918, and we want to put your student 1st through 12th grade on television. Call us and we'll record them here at the studio, and we'll do that. We got to go, Sarah.
Thank you for joining us.
Make it a great day.